Hi, Mr. Tom.
Howdy.
We're out in the family park garden.
That's right. And we're back to my little thing that I like to do.
Right. Well, you're a vegetable guru.
Well, I just like planting seeds.
I know
I don't care if they grow or not. I just like planting
just
seeds.
like to plant them, right?
And the first thing I want to do is plant beets. Now, just a little quick thing about beets is when you buy the beets, what you get,
Pretty good size.
yeah, they're good size except the fact that they're not seeds. They look like the grape nut cereal.
Yes.
They're kind of chunky like
Right.
that. But what they are is seed pods. And there's anywhere from 0 to maybe 5 or 6 seeds in that.
Okay.
So when you plant beets, you are going to have to thin, because you may get 5 plants within a quarter inch of each other.
Okay.
What I'm going to do is, all these seeds I'll be planting require a depth of approximately a quarter of an inch.
Okay.
Now that's approximate. You don't have to be exact. You don't have to measure it or anything like that. I'm just going to use my little weeding tool to make a drill or a trough to put the seeds in. And I'm going to put the beets right in the middle of this raised bed, just by going like this. Since it's been previously tilled, it's okay. It comes up easy. Got a little rain last night, so part of it's a little wet. Actually, it's a lot wet. But that's all right, because if it wasn't wet, I would have to wet it anyway. I guess watering it would be good. And then all I want to do is broadcast the seeds. Now, all you do is want to broadcast them lightly.
Those seeds are definitely hard to see in that soil.
Yeah. Well, we know where they're at.
Yeah.
As long as I don't blink. And that's it.
That's it. Okay.
Now, I return the seeds back to his original envelope and close it up. Now, it's pretty important. This next step is relatively important in the fact that before you go on to the next row, when you get to my age, short-term memory goes quickly. So I will write what I put into that row before I move to the next one.
Smart man.
If this looks familiar, this was in its earlier life a Venetian blind. All right, so I also like always, how often?
Always.
Use a number 2 pencil.
All right.
Do not use a Sharpie. Sharpies will fade in the sun. So I'm going to write down beets. This particular type of beet is Detroit red.
Detroit, okay.
But I don't have to put that down. The date I planted it, which is 3/1/17, and also how old the seeds are. Now these seeds I bought this year, so they're 2017 seeds. There we go.
All right, that should help.
So that's beet. Now we're going to plant something else. We'll go on this side.
Okay.
And I'm going to do actually the same thing.
All right, go ahead, go ahead.
You know, it's interesting. A lot of times they'll tell you, plant the seeds, say, 3 inches apart in rows 12 inches apart. Well, if you can plant them 2 inches apart this direction, why can't you plant them 2 inches apart in this direction? You can. And some of the plants, they tell you, in rows 3 feet apart. Do you know why you plant them 3 rows apart, 3 feet apart? Because back in the old days when they had plow horses, that was the width of a horse's behind.
How about that?
And to get through there, they had to have rows far enough so the horse can get through it.
Well, makes sense.
Still, we use that tradition of the horses.
Yeah, never knew that one.
Let's put in some cherry bell radishes. One of the things about like radish seeds, beet seeds, and so forth, you can go to a seed feed place, and they're a whole bunch cheaper because they sell them by the scoops. And it's like, oh, those radishes cost me 75 cents.
All right.
Okay, I want to test it, see if it works.
That works.
Oh yeah, it works great.
That works.
Again, thin. You want to thin these out to approximately 2 inches apart, because if you get them stuffed close to each other, they don't develop roots. Now, one thing is I'm not doing is I'm not fertilizing them right now. The reason being is the first leaves that come out, which are called cutlamin leaves, I also call them seed leaves, provides, it's like a pantry for the plant. So it provides all the initial food requirements or nutrients that the plant needs until it's able to start making its own from the sun. And at that time, you can start fertilizing them. But always fertilize, if you're going to err, make sure you err on just a low amount of fertilizer. After all, these are babies. Return them back. All right, do another label. Of course, when they're coming up, you can tell the difference because the beets will have a red stem on it. All right, we want to put in...
what are you putting in next?
I'm going to put in some romaine lettuce.
Lettuce.
The romaine lettuce does very well here. It don't seem to have any bug problems. It's slow to bolt, whereas your lettuces do. These are really small seeds. You may notice I haven't covered them up yet. In gardening, you'll find that you use the back side of the garden rake more often than this side. And I use it for covering up the seeds. So we got them laid out, now we still got to cover them up. So you just go like that. Notice I did it this way so I don't spread the seeds from one row to the other.
Right.
And then I'm just going to go like that. Nice and flat. Now we just let nature take its course.
All right. So Tom, thank you again for the demonstration.
I appreciate it. I just enjoy doing it.
All right. We'll see what happens next, right?
Absolutely.
All right. Thanks for watching the video. If you enjoyed it, please click the subscribe button below.